Five Below is an American discount store, and boy oh boy is it American. With a selection of products ranging from bizarrely useless to completely abominable as seen on TikTok, Five Below is consumerism heaven, valued today at over $10 billion. Today I went there to find out for myself what the hype is, give the store a thorough review, and purchase the 5 best products they have to offer. Stay tuned for the good, the bad, and the ugly of Five Below, as well as my final verdict at the end of the video. Should you shop at Five Below? This video is not sponsored by Five Below. Five Below's major selling point is the price. That's right, at Five Below, every item is $5 or below, except when it's not. Although that might mean Five Below is about 5 times as expensive as your average dollar store, that also means the products are 5 times as good, right? Well, not quite. Everything in their store is guaranteed to be either sickeningly unbuyable or just flat out pointless, which is what will make your 5-year-old child scream and cry until you bring them here. I don't know about you, but the more useless a product is, the more that makes me want to spend money on it so I can take it home and incinerate it in my sink garbage disposal. But the one thing I love about Five Below is how they fight back against overconsumption with their shopping quota. As the name says, you won't be leaving Five Below unless you buy 5 or below items. I really had to think long and hard about what I chose to buy from their store. Stay tuned to the end of the video to see which 5 items I bought. Thank you, Five Below, for joining the fight against overconsumption by creating poorly designed products that customers just can't live without. The biggest problem with Five Below being 5 times as expensive as your average Dollar Tree is that since the store is so expensive, and also because of the quota, people feel the need to rob the store and do things like leaving a half-eaten container of gummy salad on the shelf, which, if you've gotten that far, why not just eat the entire container? Like, it must not have been very good, which it was not very good. I can confirm it was very stale and gross, which makes me not want to buy it. Not good marketing on Five Below's part. But my biggest complaint with Five Below stems from false advertising. Not everything is 5 or below, and none of the rules are enforced. You're only supposed to buy 5 items or less, as I said earlier, as is clear from the name 5 or below. So you can imagine my disappointment to see everyone completely ignoring the rule and having way above the allowed number of items. The workers didn't even bother to enforce the quota because guess what? There weren't any workers. The checkout section was empty. So one positive of Five Below is that the store is now completely run by AI, so we don't have to waste any of the labor force's precious time on this dumpster fire of a store. You might be wondering, how can a store survive on just $5 an item? Well, they can't, which is why they opened a bonus section of the store exclusively for rich people called Five Beyond, and this is where they put all of the actually good stuff like Five Below Tech and Five Below Pets. Looking for a $6 wristband cover for your $400 Apple Watch? Check. Need a $6 beaded purse to carry on your $200 AirPods? Check. I was particularly impressed by the dog toys section, which was a little confusing to me because pretty much everything in the store could be considered a dog toy. In Five Beyond, you'll find items with hideous price tags like $5.55. Like, was it really that expensive that you couldn't have just taken down the price by 55 cents and put it in the regular store? One thing I liked about Five Beyond is, much like Five Below, the product organization is very creative. It has an exciting element of surprise in that you might be in the electronic cable section thinking you're looking for a phone charger, but then discover what you really need in the form of a rubber green sheep, a peach emoji notebook, and a crescent body gua sha. There's a slogan in Five Beyond where they say, beyond $5, but still way below the rest, which I don't know if they realize it, but it kind of makes it seem like their products are way below the rest in quality, which, to be fair, they are. I was particularly impressed by the Charli D'Amelio flower green screen, which I'm sure you all recognize from all of Charli D'Amelio's TikToks where she records with this. Some stuff in the Five Below section is a little bit over $5, which, okay, I get it, they want the Stanley dupes front and center, but what I didn't expect to find was stuff under $5 in the Five Beyond section. Like, I'm intentionally seeking out stuff above $5. I'm trying to give them more money, and I want their higher quality items. And I'm still finding this cheap stuff made in China for less than $5. Now it's time for my top 5 product selection from Five Below. Honorable mentions, first of all, the Awala knockoffs. As a big fan of Awalas, I was excited to find out Five Below has a line of Awala knockoffs. The quality was significantly worse than a regular Awala, but really, what do you expect from a knockoff? This interesting line of products promises to protect your energies, which I thought was fun, and these elemental-themed soaps reminded me of Avatar, which is actually my favorite show. The original one, not the new one. No, not the blue one. Five Below also offers a carefully curated selection of art ranging from Van Gogh to FNAF. And of course, the Bouncy Bums get an honorable mention, but also this jumbo archery kit, which isn't actually jumbo at all. It's just a normally sized archery kit. All right, now starting with number 5, this dog treat maker that looks like a waffle iron. Number 4 goes to these horrendous bath bombs. Comment which bath bomb you use, Cheeto, Dorito, or Fruit Loop flavored. I don't know about you, but I love the idea of taking a bath in warm cereal milk. Number 3 is definitely the A to Zendaya book, Unofficial, which spilled all of the tea on our girl. Number 2 is this wallet that says success, something you must have when you have expensive taste, which honestly just inspires me to work harder so that someday I can afford to shop at Five and Beyond. But my favorite thing by far was this miraculous ladybug face mask that was just so ridiculous. I had to buy every single face mask that Five Below has to offer. Stay tuned for a Five Below face mask review video. So should you go to Five Below? Well, depends on what you're looking for. I know it can be a little bit cynical sometimes, but hey, I had a fun time at Five Below, and so did everyone else. I even saw a couple on a date there, which was kind of sickening. So what's my final verdict? Between the low price tags, the creative product line, and overall unforgettable experience, I think I'd give the store a solid 95% because, well, they're just Five Below.